Our first step, we will be creating the charms for the bracelet. The fragments will be backed with scrapbooking paper, and I will be showing you how to use the glossy accents and implement that. You will probably notice on the back of the fragments packaging, there are all the measurements, the dimensions for each piece inside the packaging. I have used all of the smaller pieces, and that's how I designed the templates in the tags, bags, and boxes cartridge. I've selected all of my fragment shapes and I have matched them up with the different shapes of scrapbooking paper just so that I know I have all of my shapes covered. I have inked the scrapbooking paper on the sides with the brushed corduroy, and I just work it around the edge and smudge it as I see fit. I should also mention that if you don't have Design Studio or access to the bags, tags, and boxes cartridge, you can directly apply your fragment, put a little bit of the glossy accents on your scrapbooking paper, place your fragment down, wait for it to dry, and then use a craft knife to cut around. It's not as easy that way, but you get basically the same effect. And just a note about paper selection, I chose a couple of different patterns. They all match and are all color coordinating. I tried to stay away from bigger patterns as they don't show up as well on small pieces. So now we are going to apply our glossy accents. So you just need to apply a thin layer over the entire face of the paper. And after you do that, you can just place your fragment on top of that, move it around a little bit to make sure that it's totally covered and you don't have any air bubbles. For those of you that do have Design Studio, we will be putting the cut file for this on the web, and if you go to the website and you don't see the cut file yet, shoot us an email, we'd be happy to send it to you. So there's my first piece. It's going to look a little cloudy at first, but when it dries totally clear. Depending on how thick you get this and what you're applying it to, I think they say the drying time is anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. So you do want to make sure that it's nice and dry before you try to work with it again. The second step for us actually is after it's dry, we flip the fragment over and do exactly the same thing on the reverse side of the scrapbooking paper, but this time you don't have to put anything over it, because what's nice about the glossy accents is that it dries to a clear glossy finish. It also works as an adhesive, and that's what we're using it right now for. You also want to do this probably on a craft mat or something that you're not worried about the surface, because it does get a little messy. That's all done. I think in total, I've just did 5 charms here, but for the length of the bracelet that we're making today, I think I have about 18. While we wait for our fragments to dry, the next step will be showing you how to use the Easy Brad Maker Refill Kit to make some more charms for your bracelet.